Does the new Super Mario Bros. Movie suck? Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and I want to say thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I was able to see the new Super Mario Bros. Movie a few days early, and I'm here to tell you if it sucks or not. But let me know, guys, are you guys fans of Super Mario Bros.? I've been playing Super Mario since Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Have you guys been playing it since the N64 days, the NES days, the DS days, whatever the case may be? If you're a Nintendo fan, are you guys still upset about the whole Chris Pratt thing? Will you be seeing this movie? Whatever your thoughts are, leave them down in the comment section down below. I read every single comment, and I love to discuss with you guys, so let's get a dialogue going. And make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video so that you guys know my rating of the film, or else you might be going to a film that might not be right for you. Now, let's go! I was not planning to do that, I swear. But it felt like an appropriate thing to do. So our directors are Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, and they haven't actually done many films before, but they have worked on Teen Titans. Never seen Teen Titans. One guy in my comment section was like shocked to find that out. Should I watch Teen Titans? Let me know. But it stars Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Seth Rogen, Keegan-Michael Key, Jack Black, amongst many others. And the story is Mario and Princess Peach try to defeat Bowser. Have you ever played a Mario game before? That's the story. Now, what did I think of this movie? Honest to God, guys, I really enjoyed my time watching the new Super Mario Bros. Movie because I'm a Mario fan. I've been playing Nintendo for as long as I can remember. Honestly, I had my Super Nintendo when I was like 6 years old, and ever since then, I was playing Nintendo games. I was playing every iteration of Mario. I love this franchise. You know, this is my childhood here. This is my life here. Seeing this movie as a Mario fan was great because I've never seen so much fan service in a movie ever. It has nods to every single generation of games except for the GameCube games, which I was a bit shocked by, but there is a GameCube reference in there. Let me know if you found it in the movie. But basically every single generation is here. You see all the items, all the power-ups. You're like, oh my god, there's the mushroom. Oh my god, there's the Tanuki suit. Oh my god, there's the cat suit from New Super Mario Bros. 3D World. You have nods to all the different levels, all the different characters. You see the Goombas, the Koopa Troopas, the different Toads. There's a nod to Yoshi's Island. There's a nod to all the Donkey Kong characters. Like, everyone is in here. And the music. Brian Tyler's score is one of the most magnificent things I've ever heard. Honestly, every single level I think I've ever played in a Mario game shows up here in the score. It is absolutely amazing. And the entire time I'm like, I know that. Oh my god, they put that in there? It was a wonderful time if you're a Mario fan. And not just a Mario fan. There's Donkey Kong references in here. Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. You see some Star Fox Easter eggs, some F-Zero Easter eggs as well. Let me know if you've seen those as well. So yeah, this is like every Nintendo player's wet dream. Everything that they would want to see in a Mario movie, they have it here. All the power-ups, all the levels, all the different characters, they are all here. It's really, really great. Even Baby Mario and Baby Luigi show up, and it's just really wonderful to see as a Nintendo fan. However, that's all great, but I will be honest, I don't think it's enough to save the overall experience for a rewatch. Because now that I know that all of these things are in here, I don't think the movie really has enough to offer to say, hey, I really want to watch that again. Because the story and the characterization in this movie are very, very, very lackluster. Now, there's an argument to this. Someone will say, you know what, Brandon, though, it's based on Super Mario Brothers. What do you expect? And they're kind of right? I mean, think about it. Mario, the characterization is already there. Super Mario is probably the most famous character in the world, next to Mickey Mouse. You may not have played a Mario game, but you know who Super Mario is. You just know. He is everywhere. He is such a staple of pop culture all over the world, not just in America, not just in North America, Europe, Japan, everywhere in the world. People know who Mario is. But let's be real, guys. In the video games, he doesn't really have a character. He jumps, he gets the power-ups, he saves the princess. Yes, sure, he is agile, and yes, sure, he is determined, because even though he dies, he gets back up. Even though he has to start at the beginning, he keeps going for as long as you want to play the game. And he's an Italian plumber. That is his characterization. For a movie though, it's very thin. There isn't anything deeper here. And yes, someone told me, well, if you're looking for a really deep, compelling character study in Mario, then that's entirely your fault. Well, sure, I'm not looking for God of War here. But as a movie on its own, the characterization is rather weak. He is a joke to his friends, his family, because I don't really know why he's a joke. He has a plumbing company with his brother, and people think he's a joke. But of course, spoiler alert, forward, I guess. He saves the day and he's not a joke anymore. That is his growth. He doesn't actually change as a character. And the bond between brothers, there's a couple lines where it's like, Luigi, if we're together, nothing can happen to us. Of course, they get separated, and then they get back together, and they're like, see, nothing can happen to us when we're together. There's no character growth, there's no character arc. It's just, oh, we get to see Mario on screen. And if that's all you're looking for, then absolutely, that's great. And trust me, I had a great time with this movie because I'm a Mario fan. But it is a criticism, because as soon as the movie started to slow down, or they stopped showing us all these new references, and the story was actually taking place, it was surprisingly unengaging. Like, the story itself is very bare bones. Bowser wants Princess Peach, Mario wants his brother, so they team up to save the Mushroom Kingdom. That's all it is. And that is the story of the video games. You start at level 1, you go through all the levels, beat all the Goombas and Koopa Troopas, you save the princess at the castle. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. So some people will say, well, Brandon, that is the story of the video game, that's the story of the movie. But my argument is, well, you are making a movie. I don't think a story like this necessarily works here. Because aside from the fan service, and the fan service is fun, you don't have really anything of substance. Very, very little. And I don't need it to be this really deep, rich character study. It's a Super Mario Brothers movie, but just a little bit more than this. Now, I should talk about the voice acting. Chris Pratt got so much flack for being in this movie, and I understand why he was. He was Emmett in the Lego movie. He is like the main character in a voiceover movie like this, an animated movie. He is the guy to go to, but he's not Mario, right? And I won't spoil it, but they do have this one joke about why Mario does not sound like he does in every other Mario game. Welcome to Mario Kart. Select your player. Right? Like, you can't have a movie entirely about Mario speaking like that, because, like I said, Mario is a caricature, not a character. You know what I mean? He's got some quirks, but there's no growth to him. And that's all you need for a side-scrolling 2D platformer, or a 3D platformer, whatever the case may be. It works for a video game, but for the movie, you just couldn't have that. So they do have this like clever way to bring in Chris Pratt's voice. It actually does work. Honest to God, it didn't bother me throughout the entire movie. The only two voices where I'm like, I can definitely see the actors in the voiceover booth was Seth Rogen, because he has his Seth Rogen laugh, and Jack Black, because he does some very Jack Black things, and I won't spoil what those are, but I was laughing hysterically in the theater when they happened, because it's so random, dumb, but yet funny at the same time, and I think those scenes are going to turn off a lot of people. For kids, it'll be fine, but for hardcore Mario fans, I feel like they might be a little bit disappointed by that, but there's so much more fan service that it just kind of makes up for it, right? Now, the animation in this movie, I gotta say, is absolutely breathtaking. Every single scene, I'm like, oh my God, that looks so, I don't want to say real, because it is a Mushroom Kingdom, but it looks just so beautiful. The textures are so clean and crisp, and the speed of the animation adds for a lot of slapstick, adds for a lot of comedy, a lot of energy as well. I mean, like, you're making a movie with Mario Kart in it. You're gonna need the animation to be fast-paced, really slick, really fun. So I gotta give the movie props for that. It looks beautiful, and it sounds amazing too. All the sound effects, and like I said earlier, the score really was a nostalgia-filled wet dream. It's a bit gross, but that's what you're gonna get out of this movie. It's just pure nostalgia. It's like eating a bunch of icing. No cake, just icing. Icing is good, but I mean, you can't really have that 2 meals in a row. So sure, fun for families, fun for Mario fans, severely lacking in the character growth and story department, but you are making a movie about Mario, so what do you expect? And honestly, this movie could have been so much worse. So I liked the movie. Does it suck? From a film critic standpoint, I can definitely find the flaws, but as a film fan, I don't think so. I'm giving the Super Mario Brothers movie a 3 out of 5. I definitely enjoyed it. I would definitely show my kids this movie, especially if they're Mario fans. I don't think I'm going to be owning this movie on 4K or Blu-ray and rewatching it every single weekend. But as a Mario fan, I was really happy to see it. So let me know, guys, are you guys excited to see this movie? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And again, guys, if you guys like this video, hit like and subscribe. I would really appreciate all the support. But if you really want to support the channel, I want to plug in my Patreon, which is the link down in the description box below. We have monthly watch-alongs where we discuss a certain movie. I give you guys movies every single month, and you guys get to see movies early. So if that interests you, then Patreon is down below in the description. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Screw it, keep it in.